Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and I'm going to be taking a look at a brand new game, Super Cloudbuilt. Full disclosure, I did receive a copy of this game for free from the developers. With that being said, though, what is Super Cloudbuilt? Well, put simply, it's a third-person perspective platformer with speedrunning in mind. This is not a type of game that is normally my kind of thing, and I wouldn't say I'm necessarily all that skilled at it, but from what I've seen of it so far, and I have played it for about a couple hours during a stream, I have enjoyed it. So let's go ahead and jump right in the game and see what it's all about. Now, one of the things that even in the menu you can see right away is that this game has a... I'm just going to go ahead and talk over this, but it has a very interesting art aesthetic, and it's also an art aesthetic that is very customizable.
What's happening outside this room? What happened to the others? Did they end up like this as well?
And what I mean by it's customizable, if you come into the options, under the game options, you have a render mode. Now, the default, as a matter of fact, I should do that now, looks like this. But you can do a number of changes to the art aesthetic by these choices. So simplified is what I had it on just a second ago. Low noise. Let's do one that's a little bit more obvious, like sketchbook. So you can already see right away how this looks. So coming into the game, it is a monochromatic, again, sketchbook looking art style. So you have a lot of customizability with this art aesthetic, which is, in my opinion, a pretty interesting idea. So let's go ahead and just put it back on the default so we can see the game in its default settings. Now, I'm going to be playing this with the keyboard and mouse. When I first started playing this during my stream, I assumed with the type of game that it was, that, and it does have controller support, that it would be best suited for a controller. I found that not to be the case, and I will discuss why that is in a little bit as we get into the actual platforming. But more or less, a lot of the idea behind this game is that you have this little blue glowing orb that kind of shows you the way to go, and you have all of these different worlds that you can load into, and the worlds are going to be just pretty much a fantasy construct that you're going to platform through. Now, there is a very good introduction to this game. I believe it is the initial entry, perhaps. Not actually sure if I've done this world or not. All right, let's go ahead and do it. I am going to have to remind myself a little bit of what the controls are, so I might struggle at first, but... Okay, so this is going to go over some of the basics of the game pretty well. Alright, welcome to your first pacifist challenge. In pacifist challenge, your weapon is broken, meaning you can't retaliate. Oh, okay, I didn't want to do a pacifist challenge. Alright, well, we'll do this just to showcase the platforming, but normally speaking, you would have a weapon that you could shoot, but I cannot do that because it's pacifist mode. Alright, so let's just go ahead and get into the platforming. So, WAS is going to move you around, spacebar is going to jump you, but there is also a jetpack. If I hit the jump button multiple times, I can get multiple jumps, and that yellow energy bar down in the middle of the bottom of the screen is going to be my energy bar, and I can only do that double jump or use my jetpack as long as I have energy. Once I run out of energy, that's as many jumps as I can do. I can also do something like this, where I use the jetpack to gain height. Oh, and I think I just killed myself. Let's see if we can get up. Alright, no, I killed myself. But it's got a lot of interesting wall running and wall jumping mechanics. So really the challenge that they're giving me here is that these enemies here, these purple enemies, they will do damage to me. And if I go in the stream that they're in. So just to showcase that. So they come out and they hit you. And the health bar is up in the upper left corner. Now, the reason why I think this is best suited for a mouse and keyboard is the control layout for the Xbox One controller that I used is a little bit difficult, and the biggest problem with this game is that the fact that you have to use your... You have to look around quite a lot. And the way that I think I could get around this. Now, granted, there's probably multiple ways that you can get around this. This is one of the things that I really like about this game, because it is kind of a puzzle platformer in a way, because you have multiple paths to get through your objective. For instance, I could use my jetpack to go up this wall, and that might be a possible way around this. As a matter of fact, I'm already kind of seeing a way that maybe we can do that. So if I were to do this, go up as high as it will allow me, use this to clamp down, and then maybe jump. There we go, we got through. Now, I did take a little bit of falling damage there, but another way of doing this would have been to wall run along that wall, round the corner, wall run around the other wall, and then jump over. So there was 2 paths there, more or less, and that kind of showcases exactly how this game works, and the fact that you have multiple paths. But as I was saying, looking around is really important in this game, and with the mouse and keyboard, it's fairly simple because you're using the mouse to look around. On a controller, you have 2 main control layouts. You either have the face buttons are doing your jumping and all that stuff, or you have the bumpers and the triggers. Now, the bumpers and triggers are the default loadout, and the reason for that is the fact that you're going to need to use the right stick, the right thumbstick, to be able to look around, and you can't really do that if you're using the face buttons. For me, it's much more natural to use the face buttons for jumping, so I had a lot of challenge with that. Okay, so that was just a little bit of a taste of how a passive challenge works, and there we go. So that was almost a tutorial in and of itself, one that I think I skipped over, but it gives you an idea of a little bit of how the platforming works. Not a ton, because we only really had one type of platforming that we did, and there's a number of things that we have. Oh, okay, so it's going to load in another level for us. So we're still in a pacifist challenge. Not really what I want to do, because I want to showcase this combat, but the combat is a little bit on the simple side. So for now, we're just focused on... Oh, we have an actual pacifist challenge. All right, so as far as the wall running goes, it looks a little bit like that. Okay, that's a checkpoint that we just crossed, so if we die, we will respawn there. All right, so I think the idea is we're supposed to go as fast as possible. Now, normally speaking, I would use my gun to shoot through there. I can't do that. So how would we get around... I think maybe going up that way would be the way we get around. Not positive of that, but let's try it. So we're going to do a wall run, then we're going to come up here. We're going to do... I think I might have screwed this, but there we go. And I think we made it through. Okay, so we're through that challenge. Oh, okay, so that was meant to be a thing that we could slide down. Alright, so I'm not going as fast as I probably could, but that's okay. So for this, I'm going to have to use my dash forward. I just kind of demonstrated that as well. So you can use your jetpack in 2 different ways. You can either use it as a double jump, or you can use it as a dash. There's also keys around the level that you can collect, although we already got that. These little canisters, the orange ones, are energy. So if you're doing a, double jump or something like that, it's a way to recharge you quickly. So for example, we can use it while using... Oop, I may have gone a little too far there. Well, we can use that to keep our charge up so that we can keep dashing here. Like so. Now we have to get around that because we don't have our weapon. Now we're going to do this. And again, we're using the charge orb there to replenish our energy. And here we're just going to have to collect both of them to be able to get up that wall. And we have ourselves another checkpoint. But this is a special checkpoint. This is a checkpoint that we can put down ourselves. To do that, I actually don't recall what the button press is. Hold on. Okay. Oh, I remember now. It's the Q key. Unfortunately, apparently you need to not get hit while you're... Well, I don't think we need to go that way. Oh, and then we have a normal checkpoint here. So I guess we'll just save that. Let's showcase a little bit of the wall running. So you can use your jetpack here to maintain your height while doing a wall run. This is a tricky wall run because I'm going to have to go along this side, then turn the corner, go that way, and then go that way. So I'm going to try and do this. I'm not the best at wall running, but we're going to need to collect these. We're going to need to jump. I think I might have already screwed it. Yeah, I already screwed it up. We can still make it through, though. Even though I messed it up. But what I needed to do is I needed to round the corner, keep wall running, and then go to that wall, keep wall running, and then go over here. I kind of screwed that up because I'm not particularly good at the wall run. That's the one thing I struggle with. All right, now we have ourselves a new challenge. We have to get around this. I think it's pretty simple, though. Oh, that is if I would have grabbed the ledge. That would have been simple. All right, because I didn't use my checkpoint, I'm back here, so I have to do this bit again. So it does give me another opportunity to try it. See, my problem is... There we go. There we go. I actually did it that time. Kind of. All right, let's see if we can do it. There we go. That's what we need to do. Let's let our charge build back up. All right, so at this bit, I have to transfer walls. There we go. And I should have used my checkpoint. Let's go ahead and do that now while I'm thinking about it. So this is a checkpoint that I put in myself. If you look in the lower right corner, that's how many checkpoints I have. I've been not really using them, so... Alright, let's just go this way, because I think that's the way we need to go. This is just for our checkpoint, so we don't really need to go that way. Okay. Yeah, maybe I screwed that up. Alright. You have a limited number of lives. That's what the little flag icon is denoting. Maybe I do need to go that way. Oops. See, that's the thing. When I hold in the jump button, you can latch on like that. Ooh, I didn't know there would be an enemy there. Okay, well. I don't know if there's actually a way to do that. All right, never mind. All right, well, I'm dying a lot here. Let's go a different route. So it looks like we can go that way, actually. Let's do that. So we've got a wall to run across. So the key thing that I have for the wall run is don't hold in the spacebar because it kills your momentum and it makes it very difficult for you actually to do the wall run. So we're going to have to back up here. But it's something that I have a chronic problem with, in that I have a habit of holding in this spacebar when I shouldn't. There we go. Okay, we're going to need to come up here. All right, so that was one path that we could... Ow, another one of these turrets that we can't do anything about because I don't have any weapons. Normally I would just shoot that guy, but we're just going to run past him. Okay, we need to go up there. Let's go ahead and use one of our checkpoints. Why not? Okay, so the blue guy went down here, I thought. Maybe I'm mistaken. Okay. See a possible way up. Let's see if I'm right. That seems a little far away. Oh, okay, I see where we need to go. I'm not gonna give that turret a chance to shoot me. Oh. And by the way, in case I didn't already point it out, how you regain charge is by grabbing onto a ledge and hanging on or standing on the ground for a little while. So what I'm trying to do is get up on this ledge. There we go. So now where do we need to go? As a matter of fact, this is probably not where we need to be. There's an arrow that goes that way. Oh, I see now. Ah! That turret's making life difficult. Okay. So we're here. We need to go over this way. Okay. So, the pacifist challenge is making life difficult for this particular level, but... Okay. Ooh. As we're getting absolutely pummeled by that turret. Okay, there we go. And now I can use my checkpoint. And we can get another one right there. Okay, now we have ourselves another challenge. We have to make it through here. And there, because normally we would shoot a grenade to blow through there. So I actually have to think about this one. How do we get through? I see there's a wall run platform on the other side, but that's a really far distance. Because there's a big gap here, so I can't just jump around. I have to do something else here. I actually don't know what the... I mean, I see a platform there, and it's possible that's what I have to do. Alright, we'll try it. Okay. Now we can recharge. We might be able to make it from here. There we go. Now we have to get through to the next side. This one is probably a little bit easier. As a matter of fact, I could probably just climb up the top here. See if it will let me do that. Or I could just go around the outside. Like that. And there we go. We can use another checkpoint, and we're going to get another one right here. Okay, now we have enemies. Just gonna jump over them. Oh, I didn't let myself regain my charge, though. Alright, so this bit is gonna be a little bit too challenging. I can see how I can get around this. Just like that. Okay, let's use the wall here. Regain some charge. Let's use our checkpoint in case we die. Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm not doing too bad with the... Ooh, I went a little too high. That's okay. We'll just kind of hand over hand here and then double jump. All right. Ooh, okay, we got to go again. All right, well, that's not the way I was supposed to go, but we'll take it. Oh, hello. And I don't think it can hit me. Oh, I was going to say, I don't think it can hit me where it is, but... Go around here. Oh, I got hit a little bit. Okay. And we made it through the level. Now, you do have unlocks that you can get. As a matter of fact, we did get some items here. And those items, I believe, were for doing the challenge specifically. So now, that's it. And that was a special challenge mode, so it's a little bit different than the normal levels. This is a level that I've already been through, so it was a level I was familiar with, but it was a special challenge mode of that level. And it appears that I've unlocked something, so I'm not exactly sure what that is. I'm going to guess it's some kind of cosmetic. Probably a different skin. Let's go ahead and take a look at our, change outfit. Oh, okay, so we've got all kinds of customizability. So right now we only have the Tundra skin unlocked, but we can change the colors as we choose. Oh, I lie, we do have other skins. So I don't think it lets us take a look at these, but we've got... I'm assuming that I choose to unlock these. All right, let's say we choose that one. Oh, it's a certain color scheme. Okay, I see. So the skin itself is the same, but the color scheme is different. So you're not customizing, you're just changing as you see fit. So let's say we do Virtuous. And I'm not sure if some of these are different skins, but we haven't unlocked them yet. But yeah, it looks like we have quite a bit of choices. Again, I'm not sure if some of these other ones are not only going to be color schemes, but also a different skin in and of itself. All right, well, that's interesting nonetheless. I think I selected that one. We'll find out once we get into the next level. So let's try and go to a more traditional level. So now it's wanting me to go and probably do another challenge here. Let's not do that. Instead, let's go to one of the other levels. Now, one thing that you will see here is that there'll be a number in front of each door. That first door we were in front of had a 1. This one has a 2. This one has a 3. Now, you might think at first that those are levels, but they're actually a difficulty indicator. So here's a 2. Here's a 4. So the higher the number, the more difficult it is. I have already done a couple of those levels that have 2s. And the way you kind of expand the world, so just to go back really quickly, when you first come into this world, I think there's only really the one door to enter. But then, as you go through, for example, I did this door, which allowed this door to appear. So this hallway just was a dead end. There wasn't this door here until I beat this level. And then the same thing over here. I beat this level, unlock that level. So that's kind of the way that that works. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to play this level because it's a level I have not yet played. I don't know if I'm going to go all the way through the level. Mainly, I just want to, and it does look like we chose the right skin. Mainly, I just want to showcase the combat system in the game, so you can see how that works. Obviously, as I was saying, there is a speedrunning element to this game too, so if you want to go through these levels really quickly, as a matter of fact, there's challenge modes, I think, specifically made for that. You can. But as far as the combat systems goes, you have a couple different types of attacks. So you have this attack, which I believe has kind of a seeking feature to it. Unfortunately, I can't really showcase that because I think these enemies are impervious because they have the shields. But you also have a grenade, which, so left click is going to be your normal attack, right click is going to be your grenade. And if you look at the center of the screen towards the bottom, you have the ammunition. So the little brown bullet indicators, those are your normal shots, and then the blue circles are your grenades, and it recharges over time, more or less. You also have a special shot, where if you hold down the left mouse button, it acts as kind of like a spread shot or a shotgun, and that, you know, takes a little bit of time, but that's about it. That's pretty much your combat system. As I said, the left mouse shoot has a little bit of a lock-on feature, so you don't have to be that precise. At least that's the way it was with the controller. I'm not as positive how it is with the out with the mouse and keyboard, and there we go, dying. Really shouldn't have died there. And from what I can see, the unlocks that we got at that last level give us more lives, more or less. Okay. That was an easy challenge. I don't know why I messed up with that. All right. And there are collectibles as well. As I was mentioning, you have key cards that you unlock, which are going to be those like lockers that you can get, I believe. And a number of other things that you can get throughout the level. And because of their branching paths and their, you know, you don't really know which path is going to get you to a collectible and which path is going to be the path that you need to go. And a lot of them, they will all go the same route. So depending on how skilled you are at different things, like for example, if you struggle like I do with the wall jump, although I feel like not wall jump, wall run, I feel like I'm getting a little bit better at it, but if that's something you struggle with, maybe you'll want to take a path that doesn't demand that of you as much. As a matter of fact, I'm already seeing an alternate path right here, so we could maybe use a different skill set here. Okay, and I'm going to jump over to the other side, and then I'm going to jump over this way. And now we got up through that. So I wasn't as comfortable with the wall run. I found a different path that didn't require the wall run as much. So that's kind of the interesting element of the game, is that it doesn't really force you into a certain play style. If you prefer one play style over another, then hey, you can go for that. Now, you're going to be forced at certain times to do wall runs and things. There's at times not a way around it, but I do like the option anyway. Okay, there we got through that. Okay, some more wall running choices. Let's see what we can do if we climb up on top. I see, we can just get right around that. We don't even have to do the wall run if we don't want to. Okay, keep moving. And as I said, I'm maybe not the best representative of this game. If you're looking for somebody, and there we go, there's a key card. So we just found one of our collectibles, and it shows you right at the bottom of the screen there, A, B, C, and D. Those are the different key cards that you're going to have at every level. Now, I think there is also the last one. I think it's like a life card or something like that, is another thing that you can get. So as I was saying, I don't know if I'm the best representative of this game because I'm not really somebody that's going to ever really speedrun this. I'm going to take my time. That's just the way my playstyle is. I'm also maybe not the best skilled at the game. But I'm hoping that at the very least I'm giving you a good demonstration of what the game has to offer. And as much as I don't think this is the type of game that I'm normally into, I'm actually enjoying it quite a bit. And as a matter of fact, we find ourselves another collectible right here. And that is the life card I was just talking about. So we have that as well. And to collect it, I am going to have to complete the level. Okay, so it looks like we have to go over there eventually. I'm trying to figure out exactly how I would get there. It looks like going this path would continue to get me to go up around this way. So I think that's the way we're going to go. Ah, I tried to... Oh! Okay, we're dead. Luckily, we're not that far away from where we were. At least I don't think we were. So I didn't know that that was not going to have a ledge on the bottom. I kind of just assumed it was going to have one. Apparently, we missed a checkpoint. Okay, so we're getting there. I must have gone a very different path, because that looked very different to me. But again, this has branching paths. So here, we could do a wall run, or we can just try our luck with the double jump, and that seemed to work okay. Okay, now we've got to another checkpoint. We're going to have to use our dash to get up the slope here, except I didn't want to go quite that far. Let's grab the ledge so we can recharge here. I mean, that's one way I could have gotten across. And honestly, you know what? That's not a bad move. Alright. We'll just jump to here. Will this poke me? No. Okay. We'll use our wall run here. Ah! Almost borked that. Okay. We're through, though. Let's jump over this way. Okay. Get over here and get a better look at this. I'm going to go ahead and throw down my standard checkpoint right here in case we mess up. Okay, so there might be another way around if we go this way. It looks like we may have a wall run section here. Not sure what this is going to look like, though, so let's just keep going. Yeah, see, if I keep going, there's always a different way to do something. Okay. Now, of course, if you're a speedrunner, there's probably a route that is optimum as far as the time it's going to take you. Okay, now we are going to have to resort to a wall run here. I don't think there's a way around it, unless I jump to that ledge there. That seems a little high. Let's see if we can do... that's not quite what I wanted to do. Will it let me get all the way up here? Nope. Okay. So that's not a route we can take. Alright, here we go. That wasn't too bad. Alright, now we can go up inside or we can stay outside. I think we'll go up inside. Okay. Ooh. Oh, okay, we're in a zone. See this red zone here? This has actually depleted my energy, so I have to do these jumps without any energy. I actually like this aspect of the game. When you first get into the game, you don't have any energy. You don't get your jetpack initially. So this is actually getting back into that style of play. And I like that kind of mix-up, because the game does have solid platforming mechanics without the jetpack. As a matter of fact, we can do a wall run to get over there. We can do that. And as soon as we're out of the area, we'll immediately start charging our pack back up, and we'll be able to use the high energy stuff like we were doing before. Okay, and we're very close now. Okay, so we have to... I don't have a checkpoint, unfortunately, so I have to be careful here not to die, because this is definitely looking like possible death. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I jump across, then I use my vertical dash to get up there. Ah, crap. I blew too much energy there. Let's see if we can get back. Get our charge back up. See? We were able to get back. No problem. You know what? I might do a wall run here instead. There we go. A little bit more fluid. Okay, we're getting close. Where do we go from here? I feel like we have to go up that way, and this is almost looking like a wall run. So we wall run to that. Then what? Maybe jump over to the other ledge? That's a lot of stuff we have to do on one jetpack worth of fuel. All right, well, let's try it. And there's no alternative here. We make it or we die. So, all right, let's try it. Okay, we can't grab onto that ledge, unfortunately. I was hoping that we would be able to. Let's see if it will allow me to grab onto... No, I'm going to assume not. All right, we got to get out of this. Ah, okay. That is a ledge there. All right, nope. Ah, I was trying to grab the ledge. I think we're going to have to die here. Okay, so that's unfortunate. That doesn't mean I'm going to have to go back a bit. Okay. Don't really remember the path we took last time. Like we probably went this way. Oh. Almost totally walked off that ledge. Okay. Okay, we're back in. That wasn't too hard. I tried to get up on that higher platform. As a matter of fact, we can do that, I think. Except I'm a little late on the... Alright, that didn't work out. Maybe doing this. There we go. Okay. And... Oh! Controls can be sensitive at times. Although I can't blame it too much on the game. Alright, so... Oh, did I just find a different route up? Alright, I would have preferred that. No, this is the same route. Okay. So, we know how to do this bit. That bit's easy. So, what I learned is there's a platform there. So, that's all we have to get to. It's still challenging, but I think we can do it. Ah, I screwed it. But I think we got it. There we go! So now we can open some of these lockers because we did get at least one key card. And there we go. So there's a level, normal level. Now we didn't see the combat mechanic at all, but just to
There is life here.
explain
Vines
really
grow into the
quickly.
ruins and grass grows among the rubble. It's at once both life and death, old and new.
Anyway, just to explain really quickly, the way the combat works is the turrets and other entities that you saw in that first level I played, where you had those purple beams and you have the turrets, all of those things can be shot. And as far as shooting them, you left mouse button on them and you shoot them and they die, they blow up, whatever. And that's pretty much the combat system. It's not super complex, but the main idea of this game is the platforming. It's not really the combat. It does add another element of it, and I don't think that it's necessarily bad combat, for sure. In any case, I think that's going to wrap up the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I think this game is a lot of fun from what I've played of it. But again, I'm not really the audience for this kind of game, so it's hard for me to compare it. And I think that there was a game that was previously in this series. I think this is a sequel or a remake or something like that. So I'm not very familiar with that game either, so I can't really speak on that. But from what I've seen, I've really enjoyed it. The highlights are the art aesthetic, pretty solid platforming. That's a lot of fun. I feel like the controls can be a little twitchy sometimes. The character, sometimes maybe the controls are a little bit sensitive, and that might be something that you can fine-tune in the options. There is a lot going on as far as the options go for setting everything up to your specific taste. So maybe that's something that you can change. But as I said, sometimes the movement can be a little twitchy, and sometimes, you know, you'll accidentally run off a platform or something like that. You'll just lose a little bit of that precise control. But for the most part, I'd say the control and the platforming is very solid. I mean, that's what the game is built around. So in any case, as I said, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.